Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to Kryptocraft with your host, Nighthawk. We are here in our base right now, and I've been cooking up some stone and a variety of other things, just getting ready for one of our big projects that we've got in the works. And been doing a bit of caving. Right now, got 30 levels, so let's see if we can manage one more time here. Well, not one more, but see if we can manage again to get an enchant going here. And specifically what we are looking for is the Silk Touch enchant for our pick. And I suppose if this one... if it doesn't get Silk Touch, the next best thing would be something for a really good working pick. But what we really need is that Silk Touch. So let's go ahead. That didn't do what I wanted. Apparently you can enchant. There we go. Let's look for an interesting looking one. Click a few times through. Let's try this one. Fortune 2 yet again. We have so many Fortune enchant picks. It is not even funny. I am so tired of Fortune. I don't need Fortune. I need Silk Touch. So we're going to go put our horse back in our pen, and we'll talk about what our project for today is. I've got some of it prepped already, and there's going to be more to prep, but so I got an efficiency 4. This needs unbreaking on it to be, which I've got an unbreaking book, but we need to get unbreaking, at least unbreaking 2, if not unbreaking 3. We'll make this a good work pick. I got so many fortune picks. There's just so many of them. I want Silk Touch. Oh well, guess we can't have everything. Okay, so what we're going to do is, let's see, I'm going to need that. We will need a good bit of redstone. We'll take a few blocks with us as well. Now, the part of this that I have not made yet is I haven't made the pistons that we need. So let's go ahead and grab some cobblestone and some iron. We're going to need... Let's see, do I have that paper handy? Of course not. I believe we're going to need about 39 pistons. I might not even have enough. Oh, there's more. Another stack. I might have made too much of my cobblestone into smooth stone already. So let's do this. Let's go like that. Let's go like that. That's looking good. And 31. And I know I'll need these pistons in the future regardless, so I'm not too worried about having too many of them. That should be a decent start. It might give us enough to do what we need here. Going to need at least one button. And I don't know if we'll get through... We certainly won't get through all of it because I only have enough string at the current time, to make 6 of the dispensers that I need. I need a total of 32 of them. But we can get the first part of this in place and kind of get an idea for what it's how it will work. And our project that is in progress here is our ice tray. So you can see right now we've got a nice big field of ice here. This is, I've actually filled it up and let it freeze just so I could make sure that the whole thing would actually freeze, because it would really kind of suck to build this whole thing and then find that only part of it froze. So what we've got here is, and this border will not stay grass, by the way, that's just so that I could get the basic building done. Now, since I only have 6 dispensers, that's unfortunate. Where did you come from? Since I've only got 6 dispensers here, we're not going to be able to do this in its entirety here. What we're going to do is we're going to set up the first dispensers here. Whoops. And what we'll end up with when it's all done is there'll be 16 dispensers going down this side, and it'll actually be one spot here. Because this is the tray itself where all the ice is, the area that freezes is 17 blocks by 17 blocks on the inside, and that means that in order for the water to actually completely fill, we need to get a signal all the way to the end here. Again, I'm not going to put all the redstone down because we don't need it yet. And what happens here is we run a redstone signal all the way down both directions. I gotta look at my creative world. I might have actually put, I think I had repeaters here. In fact, I know I had repeaters there. Because I wanted to make sure that I had a strong signal coming from my initial spot here. So let's get those swapped out for... Let's first of all make a mess, and then get those 2 swapped out. There we go. Now we put a repeater going this way, and a repeater going this way. Our power for our repeaters is actually going to come from underneath, and the reason for that will become apparent more in the future once we get a little bit further along here. We're going to get that torch in place now. And I really should have looked at my build of this on my creative world before I started this, so that I could make sure that I put things in the right places. Now, what we want is we need a way of generating a double pulse. In fact, actually, let me take a quick break for just a moment. This kind of gives you an idea of the dimensions. And I'm actually going to come back in my creative world because there's one part of this that I can't really do here quite yet because I haven't had a chance to make all of the blocks for it. But we're going to continue working on this world here in just a moment, but I want to show you the design and how this works in Creative real quick, so I will be right back. Okay, here we are on the test world, and you can see this is the same size here, 17 by 17, and what I don't have right now is all of the wool to make this part. I'm planning on doing it in wool because if I go game mode survival and I take this pickaxe that has silk touch on it and efficiency 5, so it's a very, very fast pick. You can see it just demolishes the blocks here. But if you're digging away, it won't just instantly take out the it won't instantly take out all of the wool. So we're actually going to we're going to use a combination of wool and snow, but we're going to use the wool for the part that's going to be raised and lowered. And I know we haven't really talked about that part yet, because, well, I haven't gotten quite that far yet. But one of the properties of ice in Minecraft is that the water will freeze into ice only if there is a block adjacent to it. So if either a block like a regular solid block like the wool or another piece of ice. So if you have a great big area of water, it will only freeze on the edge and then it will work its way out towards the middle, which can be a bit slow. So what we want is a way of providing more surface area for it to freeze against, but we also need a way to get it out of the way so that we can have the water fill out this whole field. Now, I don't have on this world, I don't have the components built to actually do the to retract the wool here, but that's the other part of this, is that all of this wool will get retracted down one block so that it will be even with the surface when we trigger the water. And now what happens with the water is we've got this button here, there's some redstone underground, and when we hit this button, it triggers a double pulse, which causes all of the water buckets that are adjacent to the ice to get messed up. But the bucket will pour its water out and retract it basically 1 or 2 ticks later, and that causes that will give it enough time to generate infinite water source, which will flood out to this whole field when the wool is down. Obviously that wasn't the best of demonstrations because, well, this wasn't empty, but it kind of gives the general idea. And I'm in the wrong game mode. But if we fly up here, it doesn't look quite as nice without all the ice on it right now, but you can see we have our adapted vanilla version Kryptocraft logo. So we got our nice... It's a bit larger, but I like the look of it. So that's what we're going to build for the edges of our... to provide more surface area for the ice to freeze in our ice tray. Thank you. So, anyway, that's the general idea. If we come over here, we can dig up this redstone. And I need to rearrange where this goes for our build on the server. But basically what we have here is we start here. Well, actually, no, we start over here. What happens is this... actually, I need a block to be right there, otherwise it breaks. Excuse me. So when we push this button, it sends redstone signal down this line of redstone here into this repeater, which acts to ensure that it gets a strong signal into this dual edge detector. And what will happen here is, let's see if I remember the exact mechanism that this works under. Yeah, that's right. So this piece of redstone here, when this block is powered, this piece of redstone gets powered and causes this block to get power, which causes the piston here to extend. The piston extending causes it to get power from this repeater, which will power the signal through here, turning off the this torch, which is acting as an inverter, which causes this one to turn on and trigger the first pulse. And then as the piston retracts, the signal is still powered through here for a moment longer. This repeater still has power, and it powers this line of redstone again, which causes this to turn off again, and turns this torch back on, which causes the second pulse to happen just about it's about 1 tick later. That generates our double pulse, which will cause us to flood water through the entire area. So that's kind of the general idea how this thing works. Now I need to replicate this redstone pattern on the server and make sure that I get it all correct. So I will be right back on the server again. And once we get this, once we have this piece of the redstone done, then what the only part that's really left is hooking up all of the pistons in this pattern, which we need 39 pistons total, because these are 13 blocks tall. So we need 39 pistons and a whole bunch of wool. And we also need a bunch of snow, because snow, like wool, doesn't get destroyed by efficiency picks the instant that it's touched. So like if we go here, I'm in creative, so that wasn't a good demonstration. So you can see the snow doesn't get destroyed instantly, so we want the borders and the rest of the bottom of our ice tray, where the logo is not, to be made out of snow blocks. So I'm going to get back over on the server, and we'll get back to it. Okay, we are back on the server again, and had the fortunate luck of having it become just sunrise right as we got back on here. That sun looks like it's moving awfully fast to me. I think we might have a problem here. So I saw this happen on the Mindcrack UHC 12. I think there may be a bug in the current 1.6.2 having to do with time, because that is way too fast. And even this redstone looks like it's kind of pulsing a bit quick to me. So I think we may be... Let's see if we can find... Let's see what happens if we go over here and give this guy a little tap. He doesn't seem too ridiculously fast. A little bit quicker than I would expect. Yeah, he's fast. Faster than he should be. I don't really want to test this with actual mobs, with regular aggressive mobs, because if what I think is happening is indeed happening, they are going to be incredibly dangerous. That just looks fast. Well, we'll see what we can find here. Let's do this. Let's poke one of these guys. I guess they're not too fast. They are a little bit quicker, but we don't seem to be in the worst of it yet. Let's get out. Make sure they can't reach us. Right, so we'll have to keep an eye on that, because that could cause us some problems. We don't have a lot of room to work with in this exact location quite yet. We're going to do some terraforming of this area. A little bit more terraforming anyway, but let's give ourselves a little bit more ground over here. And what we need is a little bit of room to work here. So we can't end up powering these dispensers with our mechanism, but what we want is for the button that we're going to use, we want that to be over here, because, well, we don't want to be going all the way, we don't want it to be somewhere outside the fence. That just doesn't make sense. So what we need is, let's make our output happen over here. We need this to be inverted. There we go, that inverts the signal. We need this, actually this, I think, needs to be on this block. There we go. We need a repeater going into this block. We need some more redstone. We want this to be powered. I shouldn't put that off of my hotbar, but we're relatively safe this way. Okay, so there is our output right there. Now what we need to happen is we need our piston. Oh, we need to make this into sticky pistons. That seems to have calmed down a little bit. I didn't put any... no. Plenty of dirt. I had to do quite a bit of terraforming to make that area for the ice tray. So let me get this sticky piston, and we'll see if I can manage to replicate the functionality of that dual-edge detector in a form that fits with where our build is. Where is our... Looks like I also need to go slime hunting. These can all be stickified because we're going to need them anyway. I don't know, I might just restart the server after I'm done recording, just in case. That may help the problem, it may not, it's hard to say. It seemed to help a little bit for UHC, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't want that outside. That would just let them wander right on in. Okay, so we need to make sure that we still have room for our... Oh, I also am going to need half slabs, I think. Yeah, I'm going to need some halves. I'm going to need to be using a block that I can use half slabs with, or slabs as the case may be, for the final setup here. I'm also not doing my redstone on netherrack. I am doing things completely wrong. Let us go get netherrack, and I guess let's put in... See, I don't know what I want to use for the... I want something light colored for interface. Maybe I'll get some birch and use birch slabs for the flooring right outside. I need netherrack, that's what I need. Stack will do me. Okay. I need to eat. Oh, while I'm here, let's show one other kind of neat thing. So I got tired of manually putting all of the ingredients in, putting an ingredient in, waiting for it to brew, putting in the next ingredient. So what I've done here is a very simple automation for it. It doesn't actually do much beyond just putting the ingredients in, but I can put my water bottles here, and then I just put the ingredients for the potion in order in the hopper, and it will put one in, brew it, put the next one in, and so forth down the line. And when it's done, I can just take the finished potions out, and I don't have to manually put all the stuff in it. Makes it a lot nicer. And it is getting dark. I think we are going to be in a bit of trouble here. But we will forge on undeterred, because that is how we do it. Okay, so netherrack in hand. Let's replace that. That there. Let's get... I'll replace these as well. And we want a torch here. We need our redstone back. Bit of redstone there. A repeater. There, perfect. Okay. We also need to fix up this corner. And I don't want that. Okay, so we now have our space. We're going to put our output line just like so. That's going to be a problem. I wonder... should be able to do that. That's going to be too close to my input. I may have worked myself into a bit of a pickle here. I'm not quite sure yet. I'm going to go make a quick run back to the house to sleep and do a quick double check on... Actually, I won't run. Do a quick double check on the setup and see if I can map this into the correct position real quick. And I will be right back. Okay, and here we have it in all of its very horribly messy glory. Again, I never claimed to be an expert with redstone, but I'm slowly learning. So, again, apparently I took half-hearted damage somewhere in the mix here, but so what we have here, we'll give it a test run here. I did just test it a minute ago, but I've changed a couple of spots. So you can hear tick 1, tick 2. So once we fill these with buckets, which we have 6 of them we can do right now. Let's see, good, I have room in my inventory. And we're just going to break a bit of stuff here and fill it in with dirt and then clear it back out, because we'll be able to demonstrate the basic operation that you'll see with the whole thing. So we're just going to fill this back in. There we go. That way all of the ice is... there's no ice left here. Then we'll take these buckets. We're going to put one of them in each dispenser. And there we go. There we go. And there we go. Now, what will happen here... Let's get on top here so we can actually see it. You can see water goes out, water gets pulled back, and it fills in with a lovely infinite water source in all of the, or a source block in all of those spots. And the same thing will happen all the way down on both sides, and that will trigger the entire field here getting filled in with source blocks after we harvest. Now, the next thing we need is a mechanism to put all of our sticky pistons in and turn all of them on and off so that the Kryptocraft logo that we're going to put out here in the middle of this field of ice will raise after we fill the field with water, and then when we're ready to harvest, we'll lower it down, do our harvest, and then we'll raise it back up. But that's going to have to wait for next episode. I hope you guys are enjoying this series, and I wanted to let you guys know that I am greatly enjoying vanilla. Honestly, I never really played a whole lot of vanilla Minecraft, so this is a lot of fun to actually get back to playing Minecraft as the developers designed it, and learn a bit more about the basics of redstone and different things like that. So, again, hope you guys are enjoying, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!